What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brap Genius back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about this Boom Vader. Can you stunt one of these Grom clones? Is it a good stunt bike? We're going to get into that today. Alright, let me get her started up. So she's already warmed up. So basically what I'm going to do today, guys, I'm just going to ride around, do some trash wheelies, come out practice, and you know, kind of give you guys my thoughts on this bike as a stunt bike overall. So let's get into it. What's happening? How are you?
How you doing?
Good, good. Just thanks, man. Just practicing some wheelies here. I figure this is a good spot, you know. Yeah. So just chilling. What are you guys up to?
Smoking grass.
There you go. Living the dream, right? So I guess I'm gonna have some company today. I got some kids hanging on the fence over here watching, but it is what it is, yo. It's my first time out in a while. Little hopper there. I gotta just dump the clutch more. I gotta figure out this setup. I got new bars and grips, so I kind of messed with my clutch a little bit. There we go. That was a decent one. So anyway, we're gonna get into this topic. You know, what do I think about this bike as a stunt bike? I'll be honest with you guys, I think this is a great stunt bike. For the money that you pay for these little things, especially you know, these things are 1,200 bucks brand new. You really can't beat it. You know, is it the perfect bike? Hell no. Does it have a lot of problems? You know, it's got some problems. But, you know, a stunt bike's not supposed to be perfect. And, you know, that's what it's about. So, just coming back out, first gear, practicing a little bit, getting warmed up. Got people here today. Alright, so let's talk about this bike as a stunt bike. Let's talk about some of the pros, some of the cons. The pros that I love about this thing, like I said, is how cheap it is. You could fit most Grom parts on this little bike. Most of the parts in general are interchangeable. So, you know, for example, I bought, these are KLX 110 bars I threw on here. Not Grom parts, but, you know, a lot of the Grom parts that you buy, you want to get rear sets, you know, things like that. You could just throw them right on here. So you don't have to pay all that money for a Grom, you know, just to get that kind of feel that you're looking for. You don't have to pay all that money just to get into stunting. And you know, to see if you're even gonna like it, it's good to get something like this too, because it's cheap. You don't go out and pay 3, 4, 5, 6 grand for a stunt bike, and you know, just to see if you even like it or not. You know, you can spend 1,200 bucks, put in a couple $100 into it, and you know, get it to run the way that you want, set it up for how you want for really cheap, which is great. So let's talk about durability of these things. You know, how durable are they? Well, I will say, you know, I've dropped this thing 4 or 5 times, like decently hard, you know, first gear, but still pretty hard. And I haven't broken a rear set. I haven't really broken anything, knock on wood. Now that I said that, I'm sure today I'm gonna break something, but I mean, this bike has been a tank for what it is. You know, it does what you need it to do for a stunt bike. And for an entry level where you could pay the money, see if you like it. If you really want to take stunting seriously, then you get, you know, a more expensive bike later on, and you can keep this as a secondary bike to just mess around with and do some stunts with as well. But it's a great bike because it's, you know, it's not powerful. You know, it's the same CC as a Grom. It's carbureted, and you know, you can get into this and learn how to stunt, put yourself at minimum risk, you know, which is an important thing. You want to mitigate as much risk as possible when it comes to getting hurt, because if you're hurt, you ain't riding, you know. There we go. There we go. See that? I gotta just get back like another inch or two, dude, like not even much, just to be at balance point, and then I can just literally hold it. Let me try and do a good wheelie. See See that? Just a little tiny bit more and I'd be at balance point. Really just up there chilling. Do it one more time and I get back on this topic. So close, yo, so close. So I mean, you could put pretty much any Grom parts on here, any stunt parts. You want to get a sub cage, you could do that. I like the Grom clone, the Boom Vader specifically, because it's got this this back brace thing. I don't know how you guys saw that, but that rear cage thing, I mean, it works like a 12 bar. I went in there and put 4 bolts underneath where the frame is, and so it's held down really well. And I've scraped that thing a couple times, mostly on accident. Actually, all on accident, but the bike really took it well, you know, which is exactly what I was hoping it would do, and it did just that. This kid's wilding today, bro. What the hell is this guy doing? It's like dunk jams. This is the goon out spot, I guess, you know. You can get all the parts in general for really cheap. You know, even my exhaust was like 70 bucks. It was the most expensive part that I put onto this bike, you know. So the parts that I have so far, I've got these cheap grips. These are like 10 bucks. I've got these KLX 110 bars. They were, I don't know, maybe like 70 bucks. My exhaust was like 70 bucks. I did a carb kit. So it really didn't take much to get a lot out of this bike for what it is, you know. So in total for me, I'm in maybe 1,500 bucks. And I've had this thing for a year and a half. I've been on all kinds of crazy ride outs. And, you know, I'm not as far as I'd like to be with my stunt progression, but I am getting there. Now, one of the negatives that I will say with this bike is, you know, if you don't have it jetted right, it's not going to be as easy to, you know, figure everything out. And it's not as smooth as a Grom, and it's not supposed to be, you know, because it's a third of the price. So, you know, the clutch is a little finicky, the transmission's a little finicky. But, you know, you get used to it, and like I said, it'll give you at least a basis of whether or not you really like these mini bikes or if you like stunting in general. And if you do, then if you want to get, you know, a quote-unquote real Grom, you want to spend that kind of money, you go ahead. Or if you want to get a supermoto or you want to get a dedicated stunt bike, you can always get into it at that point. So overall, I feel like the Boom Vader, any of these Grom clones, can make really great stunt bikes. You can use them. They are durable. Like I said, I've dropped this thing numerous times, and it's held up really well. And like I said, it's not perfect, but for the money that you're paying, it's not supposed to be perfect. So thank you for watching, guys. If you're thinking about stunting one of these bikes, let me know. Let me know what upgrades you've done to them, what parts you put on them, how your progression is going, and everything like that. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.